Okay, fight fans across the internet, across media, social media, across Twitter, the big talk is Povetkin knocking out Mike Perez. That was a fantastic knockout last night. Let's get something straight away. That was a fantastic knockout by Povetkin. But let's look at the opposition. Mike Perez, we knew was lazy coming into this fight. Mike Perez coming into this fight, we knew was good opposition. It would be a good opposition. We knew that Mike Perez would punch. But we knew that Mike Perez also was one who was lacked motivation and wasn't always properly prepared in fights. You look at the Brian Jennings fights, and ever since he fight Abdusalamov, we do know that his mind hasn't been in the game. We do know that. But it was a good knockout by Povetkin. But let's put things in its perspective a second. From what I understand, Mike Perez went to Russia and he didn't even have his trainer with him. That's the first thing. And you heard reports of Mike Perez training by himself in a garage before going out to Russia. So you knew he may or may not have been properly prepared for the fight. Now I'm not making excuses. I'm not making excuses. I'm just trying to put things in their proper place. And I'm not disputing what Povetkin did. He showed awesome punch power to get rid of Mike Perez, who'd never been stopped before. And to stop him in the first round was amazing. But there are other things that come to mind. Like I said in my post-fight video, the fact that Perez fought Povetkin in Russia. And I don't think with the amount of buying power and amount of money the Russians have got, they would not allow Perez to go over there to knock Povetkin out. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. And I can't believe that this sport is so on the up all the time that everything goes as it should be. I'm not going to say Perez got paid off, but I am going to say that there was no way in hell that Perez was going to win that fight. Now they're saying, oh, now Povetkin won that fight against Perez. He's going to go to Deontay Wilder, and Deontay Wilder's going to be running scared. Whoa. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm Deontay Wilder's biggest fan, because I'm not his biggest fan. But he certainly has won me over with the performance he put on against BWTMONLINE. You give a man credit where it's due. But of course, the circumstances around BWTMONLINE's performance, the dehydration and all the rest of it, that will always muddy that performance of Deontay Wilder. What you don't take away from Deontay Wilder is the boxing skills he showed, the way he was able to control length and distance, the way he was able to keep BWTMONLINE at the end of a jab. And the one thing, forget everything else, the one thing that Deontay Wilder showed us once again is that man has got world-class knockout power in both hands. And the other thing we've got to take into consideration is he did it against a world champion, not a shot world champion or somebody who, he did it against another puncher. He did it against a guy who's known to have a good chin in BWTMONLINE, and he nailed him. From the first round, he nailed Stavern. Now, for you Povetkin fans or you casual fans that have just jumped on Povetkin because suddenly you found a guy who probably could beat Deontay Wilder. Again, I'm not a big Deontay Wilder fan, right? But you give a man credit where it's due. Deontay Wilder carries awesome punch power. Now you put that up, yeah? And then you think about Povetkin. He's got good skills and he's got good knockout power himself. Now remember, this is the same Povetkin that fought against Vladimir Klitschko and allowed Vladimir Klitschko to hold him for 12 rounds in Russia. Now hold that thought. This is the same Povetkin that got dropped by Vladimir Klitschko. Please remember this. This is also the same Povetkin that was rocked badly and over again by the cruiserweight Marco Huck. Now if Marco Huck can rock you and disturb you and make you go on Queer Street, if Marco Huck can do it, let's now look at it. Is Deontay Wilder going to stand there and let Povetkin hit him on the chin? Unless Deontay Wilder goes to Russia and gives up his rights. Now the bid may go through, that the Russians may win the bid. Now Deontay Wilder, if the fight is in America and on his own soil, really, Deontay Wilder's going to let Povetkin put his hands on him like that? I'm telling you now, This is not disrespectful. The one thing about Povetkin, he's got a big head. So he's got plenty of his head for Deontay Wilder to hit. Povetkin is not suddenly, like I said, Muhammad Ali. He's not the most evasive of fighters. Povetkin can be hit and he can be hurt. Just like Deontay Wilder. The thing is, Wilder's going to land first. The question is, will Povetkin be able to take what Deontay Wilder's going to dish out? Now that is the first question you boxing fans got to ask yourself. It's okay knocking a man out that has no ambition and wants to be in the ring, but now you're talking about taking those statistics or that picture and then putting that same Povetkin in with a man now who's got destructive knockout power, has got in both hands, and will look to rip your head off. Deontay Wilder ain't easy. Deontay Wilder ain't easy, and there's no way Deontay Wilder is going to allow Povetkin just step over to America and just hit him on the chin and fall over. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. Povetkin's going to have to get into a fight and ask yourself the question against a big heavyweight that can crack with both hands. And the sort of power that Deontay Wilder's got, you got to start asking questions about Povetkin and his chin. So if the fight's in Russia, don't know. Al Heyman is Deontay's advisor. Now, if it's the case that, you know, they lose the bid, would Deontay Wilder be prepared to vacate the title rather than go to Russia? I know I would. Rather than go to Russia. Ouch. You know, let Povetkin come to America and fight the fight in America. You know, all neutral ground, somewhere like in Dubai or something, or South Africa. But no, I can't see Al Heyman wanting his heavyweight champion to go to Russia. Can't see it happening. Honestly, I think Al Heyman's he's a mastermind. And whereas the Russians may have a lot of money, you could always see Deontay Wilder vacating the belt. And it's not like it hasn't happened before. We saw Peter Quinn vacate his title. Al Heyman, rather than fight the champion there, the WBA champion, and that's how Andy Lee slipped in and fought the champion, beat the champion. Oh. So, bear these things in mind, boxing fans. You know, the fight you may want to see may only happen if it happens in America. But remember, this is the same Deontay Wilder that everyone's saying, oh, he's fighting a bum in Molina. Well, the only reason why you're saying that is because you know what's coming with Bomb Squad. You know that when Deontay lays his hands on Molina, what could happen. So those are my thoughts. I'm not buying the whole Povetkin knocked out Perez, so he's just going to go over there and knock out Wilder. No. I think you've got to think a little bit more logically and think that Wilder is young, he's hungry, he's well trained, he's well prepared, and he's got devastating punch power. Not sure. Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear what you think. I'm out. Take care.